Well, Michigan, a hotbed for presidential candidates this week.
Yeah, sure is. Today alone, GOP nominee Donald Trump, we just saw him, and also Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson, both making stops. Fox 17 political reporter Josh Zorowitz following both of these visits.
Busy.
Yeah, oh my goodness. And we just saw Donald Trump speaking, obviously talking about the Flint water crisis.
Yes, yeah.
there.
Let's start with Trump first. He actually just got off the stage. Very brief remarks at a church in Flint. I want to take a look, watch that, and then we'll kind of explain what happened. Watch.
She touched didn't work out. Nothing. Now Hillary Clinton.
Mr. Trump, I invited you here to thank us for what we've done in Flint,
Okay.
not
Okay.
to give a political speech.
Okay, that's good. And I'm going to go back onto Flint. Okay. Okay.
So if you couldn't
Flint's,
quite hear, that was the pastor of the church. She got up, she said, "We invited you here to talk about Flint. Let's not make this a political speech." So that sort of set the tone. He hit on the crisis. He was talking about the recent news today that Ford's shipping, taking all the production to Mexico. There was a lot of other stuff besides Flint that he was talking about. So that just happened. Very brief remarks. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. But let's go take a look at just about an hour ago when he got into Flint. He arrived to his supporters, several protesters who greeted him as he stepped off his plane there. Now, this trip coming just about 60 days out from Election Day. It's been roughly 6 months since Hillary Clinton last appeared in the city of wake of this water crisis. And of course, Clinton has made several appearances since the start of this year. She visited a local black church in the city. She took part in the debate there with Bernie Sanders, whereas, you know, Trump's campaign and really all of the Republican campaigns up until this point, they remained very vague on all of this as it was happening. They were even very vague coming into today what this trip was going to be about. You had media that was really scrambling just to try to figure out what the logistics of all of this were going to be.
Sure, and he was there.
Yes.
Democrats calling it a photo opportunity in Flint, obviously the water crisis.
They absolutely did. I mean, we even heard that from Flint's own mayor who said this. But in all fairness, I mean, we heard the same thing from Republicans when it was Hillary Clinton who was doing it in the city as well. We do know that after originally being denied his request to do so, Trump did wind up touring the city's water treatment facility, which you saw some video here. We'll take a look again at, well, there he is getting off the plane. But, you know, unlike Democrats, really, as we said, Republicans has not been as public or about being involved in Flint or traveling to the city in wake of this crisis. They've criticized Democrats for what they say politicizing it. And Clinton infamously was the really first candidate to take it mainstream. She called out Governor Snyder during that first Democratic debate. But, you know, as far as what Trump has had to say, he's called this crisis a shame in the past. He said it would have never happened under his watch if he were president. Hard to determine whether that would be true or not, but he's really stopped short, as most Republicans, on commenting whether the role of Governor Snyder's administration or Republican policies, what role that really played in creating all of this. So, you know, we don't know of any actual rally or fundraiser that's happening while he's here. It's all just very up in the air about it at this point.
Yeah, okay, so also Gary Johnson in Michigan today as well.
That happened too, and so ironically, following just about a month after Trump did the same, Gary Johnson did speak to the Detroit Economic Club today too. He hit on a lot of different things. He's still fighting hard to make it into the debate in just about 2 weeks' time. So we are going to talk about all that coming up at 5 and 6. Busy day in politics here.
People still paying attention to our state, though. That's always nice to see. As we
and it is, and we'll take a look too. The poll numbers are getting a little interesting too, both nationally and in Michigan. So we'll talk about all that.
See you then. Thanks.